Hello, my dear wanderers. Welcome to our channel. Today, I am traveling to thank someone in Tiruvannamalai. What without skipping, you will get lots of information that will benefit you for your good health to get wealth all in one place. Being a weekend, not sure if I will be able to visit the main temple and have darshan of Annamalai. I am leaving Bangalore around 4 a.m. now. It is about 4 hours ride, so expecting to be there by 8 or 8:30. Well, this is my first video on Moto Vlog playlist and Energy Center playlist. Speaking about energy centers, we'll cover or have those videos that contains divine places where one can experience and benefit spiritual, materialistic health or cleanse our body, mind and soul by visiting these places. Mostly these places would be energy centers which many tend to miss out or wander by spending a lot of money, time and energy. By the way, this is not a paid promotion or with any intention to make a viral video, but I hope this information reaches to those who really deserve. For the benefit of who does not know about Tiruvannamalai, in short intro, Tiruvannamalai is located in Tamil Nadu, distance of 180 kilometers from Chennai airport, or 200 kilometers from Bangalore. They have bus and train facilities as well. You can commute on your transport. Speciality or known for Arunachaleshwara temple and Girivalam. It is also an considered as Agnistalam. It is believed that this hill itself is Lord Shiva. Many devatas have descended here to offer prayer to get rid of their sins. We have reached Electronic City. We are below Electronic City flyover. It is said that just by remembering Tiruvannamalai, you will get mukti. But we don't know if we are such a blessed, pure souls. Nevertheless, millions of people visit this place and do Girivalam or Parikrama. Around the hill, we have 8 lingas: Indiralingam, Agnilinga, Yamalinga, Niruttilinga, Varunalinga, Vayulinga, Kuberalinga, and finally Ishanilinga, approximately 14-kilometer distance to make one pradakshina. 8 lingas covers 8 directions like east, southeast, south, southwest, west, northwest, north, and northeast. 14-kilometer symbolic representation of 14 lokas in Hindu mythology. So by walking this path, one transfers different realms and connect with the divine energy that resides within the sacred mountain. Let me take out the USB cable to charge the camera remote. Seems it's completely drained out. There are many ashrams and temples here built for siddhas, rishis, maharishis. Many know about Bhagwan Sri Ramana Maharishi, Sheshadri Swamigal, but there are many such energy storehouse still are not being noticed where we can get benefit from. One such place is Ammaniyamman Siddhar Peedam or Jiva Samadhi or temple. My Guru Manjulamma usually says God has certain limitations to bring us out of our misery or to cleanse our karma. It is only gurus or siddhas who can go beyond the limits and take our karmas and give what is required in this realm, be it health, wealth, spiritual growth, or even mukti. Ammaniyamman is one such siddhar place. So, Ammaniyamman, a remarkable woman saint, built the 171-foot tall North Tower or Vadaku Gopuram, how it is locally called, of main Arunachala temple. It's astonishing that she achieved this monumental feat alone in 18th century during British rule. To break the suspense, I am actually going to thank this mother Ammani Amman for her blessings. There are different versions about her life. One such version is that Ammani Amman was born in the small village of Chennasamudram, which is located at the feet of Javadi Hills near Chengam, which will be Changam place you will be seeing while we are traveling towards Tiruvannamalai. She is famous for building the Nath Gopuram of Tiruvannamalai temple Arunachaleshwarar Kovil. She was born to Gopala Pillai and Alu Ammal and had a brother named Tandavan Pillai. Her parents planned to marry off their daughter, and although Ammaniamman was not interested in marriage, she did not oppose the wish of her parents. Her parents selected a boy who was related to her family and fixed the date for the marriage. We are crossing the Bangalore border, entering into Hosur. On the first day of her marriage, Ammaniyamman told her husband about her devotion to Lord Shiva and that she wanted to live a life dedicated to her chosen by God. Her husband was irate and told his wife of his own wishes of their marriage. The discussion between the two led to strong words, and Ammaniyamman spoke harshly to her husband. After their argument, she left the house and went and stood in a nearby pond. She remained in the pond throughout the night, and when she left the pond the next morning, was able to chant many mantras still in a trance like condition. She wandered about near her village until she reached a small waterfall. At that place, she remained motionless for 2 days. On the third day, in response to the unceasing prayers of her relatives, Ammaniyamman left the waterfall and gave handful of sandy earth to her awaiting relatives who had remained fasting in that place throughout on a vigil. The sand was transformed into fried rice, which amazed her family, who then questioned Ammaniyamman about who she was and the nature of the powers she had acquired. Another version is that she fell into a well. Her relatives, knowing this, tried to fetch her but could not, so waited for the body to float. After 3 days, Amuniaman came alive from the well and came to Tiruvannamalai. Amuniaman responded to her their questionings. It is reported that she claimed she was Parashakti, consort of Lord Shiva. She continued with her narrative, relating that when she was living with the god, one day she asked him to answer her doubt as what was the sun and the moon. God replied that the sun and the moon are my two eyes. The right is the sun and the left is the moon. In play, Parashakti moved to the back of the Lord and put her hands over his eyes, closing them. All became dark. The Lord angrily told her that although she was his wife, that she had to atone for her mistake for closing his eyes by taking birth for two Janmas or lives on earth. Both these two births are ordained to take place at the village of Chennasamudram. In the first Janma or the birth, Ammaniyammam related to her relatives who were listening to her narrative that she was brought up as an adopted daughter to a farmer and his wife of Chennasamudram. Her adopted parents were Adyan and Godavari. They were devotees of Lord Shiva and did not themselves have a child. One day, local villagers summoned them to a big stone at the village. On the stone, the couple saw a small female child. Believing the child to be prasad or the gift from the god, they adopted the baby and gave it the name of Chennamma. The name was told by Lord Shiva in a dream to Adyan. Even to this day, the villagers worship a big rock at that place where the baby was believed to have been discovered in the name of Ammanyamman, that is Chennamma rock. As Chennamma was growing up, she daily performed meditation and puja to Lord Shiva. A Muslim king Nawab, who was ruler in the area of Chengam, came to hear that the god gifted child and came to see her. He asked Adyan and Godavari to give the child to his care, owing that he would adopt the girl and eventually make her queen of his kingdom. The parents told their adopted daughter what the king proposed. The child asking the king to return on the eighth day. Before the king arrived on the eighth day, as related by Chennamma, villagers and parents sent her away on a small boat traveling throughout the night. In the morning, she reached Nipaturai. On reaching that place, a person came to her. It was Vellayappa Sittar, a saint living in that village. On seeing the young girl, he intuited who she was and showed her to a cave where the Sapta Kannigas, that is, seven guardian deities, would protect her from all diversity. She went into the cave and sat surrounded by the protection of the Saptakannigas. Nawab, the king, on hearing the news that Chennamma was at Nipaturai village, arrived there with his army to see the child. He met the saint Vallayappa who told the king that the child had been born to save devotees, that she was an incarnation of Parvati and did not belong in the worldly realm even as a queen. Vallayappa showed the king the cave where the child had entered and was now living under the protection of Saptakannigas. On hearing the words of the saint, the king was shocked and realized the mistake of his previously trying to take the child. Thereafter, the king spent the remainder of his life as watchman and guardian to Chennamma. The saint, Vellayappa soon after attained Jiva Samadhi above the rock of Vellayappa Jiva Samadhi. There is today a temple at Nepathurai village known as Sri Prasanna Venkateshwara Perumal Temple. Thus, the first Janma or the birth of Ammaniyamman as Chennamma ended. In the second Janma or the birth, as she relates to her relatives or the friends by the waterfall, she took birth as Ammaniyamman in order that she could perform tapas and service to atonement for the mistake she had previously made of closing the eyes of Lord Shiva. The service ordained to her was to complete the construction of the North Gopuram of Arunachaleshwara Temple Tiruvannamalai, which had been started by King Ballala Maharaj. The king was responsible for development of many parts of Arunachaleshwara temple but had left the North Gopuram unfinished. When the king's wives Malla and Salla had asked the king about the unfinished North Gopuram of the temple, the king told them that a lady would come and finish the work. Ammaniyamman started to raise money for the North Gopuram. One way she financed the work by visiting the homes of Lord Annamalayar's devotees and asking them for money towards the cost of the temple tower. If they refused, she would make them vote to give a cash donation if she was able to tell them exactly how much money they had in their homes. She would always guess correctly, and the devotees, believing Ammaniyamman had divine grace for the work, would invariably donate towards the development of the North Gopuram. Later, Ammaniyamman went to the king of Mysore seeking donation towards the temple work. The guard outside the palace, looking at the attire of Ammaniyamman, made her wait outside the palace. During that time, king was having an important meeting in the courtyard. Seeing a lady in courtyard near him, he called for the guards to ask why they allowed anyone during the meeting. But the guard said the lady is still outside the palace waiting to meet the king. Ammaniyamman had used one of her Astamasiddhi to enter the palace. The Mysore king, realizing the powers of Siddhar, agreed to help and gave her a ladder of seven camels and a valuable pearl necklace, along with silk saree. Returning with the treasure to Tiruvannamalai on the forested mountain path of Manjavadi Kanvai, a group of thieves attacked her encampment in order to steal her treasure. Ammaniyamman allowed the thieves to take the money, saying that it belonged to Lord Shiva. As the robbers touched the riches, they became blind. In great remorse and realizing their mistake, they fell down before Ammaniyamman in worship and asked her to restore their vision. As their sight returned, the band of reformed thieves accompanied her to her village, Chennasamudram, where they made a pond for forest animals and planted many trees brought from Mysore. They then accompanied her to Tiruvannamalai and continued with the work on the North Tower or Gopuram. Ammaniyamman built up the seventh stage of the Gopuram using the specialist masons or Sabadis, but by the eighth stage of the Gopram, money had once again ran out, and thus she worshipped Lord Shiva by performing japa and begged for his support. Lord Shiva told her in a dream to continue and to give vibhuti to the workers. On giving the vibhuti to the builders or the workers, it transformed into gold as payment for their daily work as wages for them.
On the right, you are seeing the West Gopram, Pay Gopram, and if you come little ahead and take right, it is the North Tower, which is known as Ammaniamman Gopram.
Rajagopura is in the east, Tirumanja in the south, Pei Gopram in the west, and Ammaniamman Gopram in the north. And the work continued until the Gopram was completed. Then Ammaniamman wanted to go elsewhere, but the god Shiva directed her to take the place in the Ishanyam for her Samadhi, Ishanya side or the northeast side, which is considered most auspicious direction. And even today, lot of importance is given in Vastu Shastra. So Ammaniamman chose to take Samadhi next to Ishanya Mutt across Ishanya Lingam in Tiruvannamalai, thus residing there and blessing all of us.
From here, it's about 2 kilometers to Ammaniamman Samadhi. So let's go there. On the right, what you are seeing is the Tiruvannamalai bus stop. From here, you can take either auto or walk in the Girivalam opposite direction to reach Ishanya Lingam. Here you have a right after the bus stop. Take this and then you have to travel a little bit and take first left to reach Ishanya Lingam.
Most of the people doing Girivalam visit the last or the eighth lingam, that is Ishanya Lingam, then move towards the main Gopuram or the east, missing this energy storehouse. So next time, make sure to enter this place and follow the below before proceeding the complete Girivalam. Whether you are doing Parikrama or Girivalam or not, first visit Ishanya Lingam and then cross the road, then visit this Jiva Samadhi. Since this is a Jiva Samadhi, please maintain complete silence here. Generally, there is no need to perform any kind of puja or prayer unless you wish to do, but consider sitting here in silence for few hours or at least for few minutes in silence. Pray to this mother, talk to her, ask what you need, tell your problems all in your mind. Then, very important, make sure you receive vibhuti from the priest after the arti. This vibhuti has lot of medicinal quality and has ability to cure many illness and gives us wealth. By the way, this is not any normal vibhuti sold in the market. This is specially prepared for this purpose somewhere in Tirunelveli district and then given as prasad from Ammaniyamman. Very important not to be done here is talking or making noise. Littering this place is a complete no. So please visit this place, meditate here, receive health, wealth, and spiritual growth. This temple timing would be morning 8:30 to 12:30 or 1, and then again they open around 5:30 in the evening till 8:30 at night. Plan your travel to this place. Happy wandering. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification for more such information. Encourage by liking this video and sharing to your friends and relatives.
Thank you very much. See you in next video.